There we go, recording. Okay, good morning, everybody. Excited for today. Today is Tuesday. It is the 23rd of May, and we are in the last week of the month. These are really exciting times for us. I don't know about you guys, but I've been really watching the volume grow with our new Youth Factor products. And I know that most of you, I've talked to a lot of you, or at least texted back and forth with you, a lot of you. And I know most of you have ordered the products, you're using the products, and you're starting to really love the products. And one of the things I like to do every morning on the Zoom, if you haven't been on here yet, is really start the day with gratitude. I think it's so important to be grateful for what it is that we have here at Miriam, to be grateful for what we have in life. And I was thinking this morning as I woke up, I woke up really bright and early, and this morning I was wide awake. I was super excited for the day. And my thoughts, gratitude personal, was just how good I felt and how awake I was. And that's not always the case. Some of you probably feel the same as I do on many mornings where you're not so awake first thing in the morning, and you're feeling a little bit groggy, and it takes a lot to kind of force yourself out of bed. But today I felt really grateful for feeling good. And some of these Zooms, guys, for those of you who have never been on, some of these Zooms I'll be sharing, just talking with my voice. Many of these Zooms I'll be screen sharing and giving you guys some great nuggets. But gratitude really is the precursor to abundance. Just like we know that Harvard studies show that happiness is the precursor to success and not the other way around. So just remember in your day that gratitude is just so incredibly important. Take a minute to center yourself each morning in gratitude. And I was out for a walk the other day, and I passed a woman, and we kind of struck up a conversation. I said, "Oh, how's your morning going?" And she said, "It's going great. I'm on my gratitude walk." And I said, "Your gratitude walk? Tell me about that." She said, "Yeah, I get up every morning and I go for a walk, and I spend my 30-minute walk thinking about what I'm grateful for." And I just love that story. It was a picture of how super great it is, and how, gratitude is super infectious. And she was very, very attractive. I mean, I was immediately attracted to her and to her energy because she was really happy. And, it was like a magnet. So if you guys haven't really thought about or really focused on people that you're attracted to and why, we're attracted to people who are up, who are happy, who are vibrant. And she was just that way. And so be conscious of not only who you're attracted to and why, but also be conscious of your ability to attract other people. Light up a room, feel good about who you are and what you are, because what you give off is exactly what you're going to get back. So if you go around your day moping and down and feeling blue, you're going to attract exactly that same thing. So be conscious of what you're attracting, center your day in gratitude, and really enjoy the fruits of that. So I want to talk this morning, first and foremost, we're going to kind of start the day with what to do today as we wrap up the month, the last week of the month, how important the reports are. But first I want to talk about our Youth Factor, because I think there's sometimes some confusion on how incredible these products really are, what they really do in the system. And I want to start with a video that I saw on YouTube. I want to share this with you guys. Some of you may have already seen it, but if you haven't, it's John Dawson of John and Monica Dawson, three-star national marketing directors. They spent their career prior to this in health and wellness, and they had a very good career in health and wellness. And so I want you guys to kind of hear from John Dawson. He talks in this video. The video kind of goes on, but I'm just going to play the first about 5 minutes of the video because I really want you guys to get what antioxidants do, how they work in the system, the importance of the Youth Factor, and kind of why. I thought it was really, really good. So let me share the screen with you here so you can see. Okay, so here we go. Guys, I just stopped the video because I guess you can't hear it. Okay, hold on. Hang on one second. I can't hear you guys now. Can you? Okay, let me unmute somebody. Joyce, can you talk a sec? Okay, good.
Here, Aana.
Okay, good. Okay, good. There we go. So it sounds like you guys couldn't hear that. I was just getting I got a note on my chat. So thank you for that. So I'm going to just have you guys go and take a look at this yourself. So it's Monica and John Dawson. It's Monica Dawson's YouTube page. Her page is public, so you guys will be able to hear it. And it's amazing. And it's just the first 5 minutes, guys. It goes on. He's actually talking to a room of brand partners. And so some of it's just going to warn you guys, it's not appropriate to send to your database. It's not appropriate to send out as a video, but you'll get some great information there about oxidative stress, about the culprits, and why we want antioxidants. So that'll really help you guys. Take some notes. A word from the wise, you guys, the idea is not to throw up all this information, this medical information and how the body works on your clients or customers, but it's a great way to start out the conversation with somebody. When you're talking about the youth factor, it's a great way to start that conversation is, hey, have you heard all the buzz about antioxidants? And, you know, the person will say yes or no. Oh my gosh, you know what are you doing for wellness? You know, what kind of wellness products are you using now? You know what, would it be okay if I sent you a video? Miriam's just come out with these incredible products. You are going to be blown away when you see what these products do. And people, you know, of course, easily said yes. Last week, if you were on the Zoom, we talked about that, about getting into those 5 power questions, which are completely applicable when it comes to our wellness products as well. So those quick in review, those quick power questions were, you know, hey, what are you doing for skincare now, right? How long have you used those skincare products? How long have you used that, right? I want to know how long somebody's used their wellness products or their skincare products or the product for their brain. Hey, what are you doing for your brain health? Gosh, have you ever heard of a product, you know, called EHT? So those 5 power questions, if you missed last week, were, you know, what are you using? If it's the skincare side, you know, obviously we're building rapport. We're talking about what somebody does for a living. They're of course going to ask you, what do you do? Oh my gosh, I'm in the anti-aging business, you know, and they'll say anti-aging business. Well, what is it? Obviously right here is a great time to show pictures, easier to show you than tell you, right? But it's also easy to get into the power questions as well. What are you using for skincare now, right? How long have you used it? What do you like best about what you're using? And then if there was one thing that it could do differently, what would that be, right? And so I want to find out not how loyal they are. I also want to know how much they're spending, and what could their product do differently, because that's where we come in, right? Our products solve so many problems. The same questions are applicable with wellness, right? So you're just going to mold those questions around wellness. But very, very important when it comes to wellness, you guys, the whole idea right now is to be in 100% activity and action centered around our wellness products, right? Because this is our launch. That video is really going to help you. It helped me when I saw it. As a matter of fact, I've watched it twice. Realize the importance of antioxidants, realize the importance of enzymes. And if you guys didn't know this about enzymes, they're very, very important in our body. And one of the things that our products deliver are enzymes. And enzymes, if you look at foods in general, foods that are high in enzymes decay quickly, because foods that are high in enzymes begin to digest themselves because they're high in enzymes. Hence, they break down quickly. They begin to die in your fruit bowl very quickly. They begin to mold and die. And foods that are high in enzymes, for example, if you have an orange, we all know that oranges are high in vitamin C. We know that oranges have a lot of good nutrients in them. However, if you watch an orange, for example, in your fruit bowl, it doesn't decay very quickly. As a matter of fact, it sits there and looks pretty darn good for 3-4 weeks. But on the other hand, a tangerine will decay quite fast, much more quickly than an orange. And that's because even though it is high in vitamin C's and, of course, many other nutrients, it also is high in enzymes. So it will begin breaking itself down, which means it will also break down much more quickly in the gut, and hence those nutrients are much more bioavailable. So that's one of the areas, or one of the reasons that are one of the properties of our products is that they're very high in enzymes. So, take a peek at that video and you'll learn quite a bit more about that. It helped me because a lot of times if I understand why I'm out sharing something and how great it is, it gets me even more excited about getting out there and sharing it. So guys, our business in Nerium, we have a massive track record, guys. We've hit almost 2 billion in sales with a handful of products in only a handful of years, right? And only a handful or so of countries. Massive. And so your talk track with these youth factor products also needs to be a ground floor opportunity talk track, right? Because what we've done already, it just really blows away any other countries or companies out there. And so it's just a matter of time before people begin to really see what these wellness products, but they're not going to see, they're not going to know anything about them unless you're out there sharing them. So it's very, very important. So the company's given you all the information, right? They've sent out numerous emails. There's been Nerium University, every single corporate update call. We've given further information. The back office has a ton of information. We've seen the videos. We have cards that we can buy from the back office to share these products. We have, the list goes on and on and on of assets that the company's provided us, but none of that does, any good if you don't talk about the product. So if you're very serious about your Nerium, you've got to clock in. And really all we're saying is spend 1 hour a day around your busy life working in your Nerium business, getting out there and sharing the products, right? 2 people a day. It's not that hard, but you have to take it seriously, right? So this business isn't about moving the paper around on your desk, looking in your back office and, finding things or snooping around and seeing what's going on. What's going on in your back office goes on a lot faster. There's a lot more to look at if you are out doing the activity and you're out doing the action. So I really want to lay out the action steps around Youth Factor, and then I'm going to quickly lay out the action steps for what to do to close the month, okay? So the action steps right now, if you haven't done these, for your Youth Factor, you want to go into your Nerium Communication Center. And you want to click on all your brand partners that are in your team. So if they haven't, some of you on this Zoom, by the way, some of your organizations overlap each other. Okay, so some of your organizations will overlap. So in other words, you guys, those of you, you know who I'm talking about, you know who you are. So some of you will have organizations where if you're sending out, if you're doing this, you don't want 5 other people doing this. So, you know, get with your leaders, get together and make a decision on who's going to do this. But your number one thing will be all your brand partners need to know about this. You can do it through your NCC and let your brand partners know and make sure they get the video in case they've are in some other ozone layer and they're not getting the information. But if you want to make sure, like there are people that have been somewhat inactive, right? Pick up the phone. Make sure that every single brand partner on your team knows about Youth Factor, right? This is the time to get Youth Factor at the deepest discount. They've got to know that this is the time to go on youthfactorpromo.com and get these great products, because you, number one, have to be a product. If you have not, somebody's got a really loud background there. I think I found it. If you have not used the product or tried the product yourself, how could you talk intelligently about it? How could you talk about how it's making you feel? One of the things I notice is my skin is a lot brighter. It's a lot, and I've been using it probably 2 weeks longer than anyone else, because at the 3-star event, we were given the product to try. So that's one of the things I noticed. I also noticed that I feel good. Now, I can't say that I have this giant burst of energy, but make sure that not only you're using the product and you're thinking about, or maybe even journaling how you're starting to feel with using it, but also make sure that the people on your team are using it too, because our business is done with stories, the stories of how great that you're feeling. So number one, make sure that you communicate to every single brand partner. And also make sure that you're in your NCC, you're going to your preferred customers and you're making sure that they know as well. Incidentally, if you haven't already done the math, you know that we have the action pack now for the Youth Factor when somebody signs up to be a brand partner. But right now the Youth Factor promo is a better deal than the Youth Factor action pack. So this is the time to really take advantage of it. So that number one and two are making sure, two things for number one in your action steps are to make sure that all your brand partners and all your preferred customers know about it. And you can do that through the Nerium communication by clicking and making sure that you get out there. It doesn't do you any good if you're not calling them, because we can broadcast all we want. If you guys don't already know this, sometimes these emails go into spam folders. And so people don't know. If you haven't already done that, that's really important. Call down into your team, 5 people a day. Some of you have big teams. Some of you, this will be quick. Some of you just get this done really in a few minutes. Some of you are brand new. Some of you are still a team of 1, and that's okay. But just know that communication is super important. So make sure all your customers know about this. Number 3, contact 2 to 3 people a day. This means you've got to have a list, guys. The bigger the list, the bigger the paycheck. You got to cast a huge net. I'm always working on my list. I'm always making my list bigger. Contact 2 to 3 people a day that care about their health. And the next, that's number 3. And number 4, make sure that you drink your Youth Factor in front of people, right? Don't hoard this. Don't let this be something that you do at home when no one is looking. Do it at the gym, do it at lunch, do it in front of your coworkers, do it everywhere that you go. Pull out your Youth Factor and drink it, and make sure that you have a few of them as samples in your bag, in your pocket. If you're guys, those little 4x6 index cards are amazing. 3x5 index cards are amazing. They really, I have one right here in my purse. They are available in the Nerium store. They were out of them, but I think they're back available again. but this is a way you definitely want to label it. You can see that I have my information labeled here at the bottom, and these do the work. These tell the person exactly what it's all about. Okay, so make sure you've got those and you're handing them out. Listen, logo wear is a great idea. I don't think we talk about this enough. Have logo wear on so that you, so people can see what you're doing and they're curious about Nerium. And then last but not least, let me see if I can pull this up. I want to share some of the action steps with you from the back office for those of you that are not good with using your back office. Let me see if I can get that up here. One second. My goodness, there we go. Hang on, you guys can't see it yet, but I can. See if it'll log in here for me. Honey, you're on camera. Yeah.
Morning.
I have them walking in. Okay, guys, sorry about that. For just a quick second, I had to go and take a quick look at this back office. So let me share this screen with you and kind of show you some of the action steps for the last week of the month. There we go, share screen. Okay, so you should be able to see this. So it took me a second there to log in. This is a dummy back office. If you'll see that it has all zeros, but for the sake of giving you guys some quick training here, usually you log in, of course, to your back office. You're gonna go to your leader dashboard and take a look here. From your leader dashboard, you can see this is Mickey Mouse's back office. From your leader dashboard here, you're gonna go, many of you will go here from My Business. You can get this in a shortcut way, but you can go to your report center, okay? But if you're already on your leader dashboard, you can also go to My Downline Report by clicking here. From your downline report, there's two things that you definitely want to be looking at. There's lots of things that you can be looking at in your back office in the last week of the month, but two of the most important reports that you want to look at here are first my PC ADO tracker. So you want to look at all your preferred customers and you want to make sure that they shipped. Some of you are new on this Zoom right now, so some of you really only have one or two customers. And you can see here, some of you have a lot of customers, and some of you are just getting started and you don't have any customers yet at all. But when you go here to your PC tracker, these are all going to be zeros, guys. So you're not going to be able to see, you know, any orders in here. But really what you'll do is you'll be able to see right here, order status. This one says none. But you'll have like 5 or 6 customers, 10 customers, 20, 30, 40, 50 customers all lined up here. And you can roll your mouse across here. Order status is none. But what you might see here is a pending. You might see here declined. And as you roll your mouse over this and you click on it, you can see if it's pending or declined. If you've got declined and you click on the order, you can see what's going on with it. If you have a large team, you can also see who the enroller was. The idea is not to go and call all the customers in your whole organization, but you can get an idea. And if it's pending, you'll also see if the order, you can see if the order was canceled. You can see kind of what's going on here. But what you want to do is go in and you want to be able to call some of your customers who maybe their credit card didn't go through. Maybe they've changed their credit card because they had fraud, but this is a way to go in and boost your volume by talking to some of the people who, I mean, I've called customers who they just are so glad that I called them because they didn't know that their credit card declined. They didn't know that they aren't going to get an order, or maybe it's pending. So you want to see if there's a pending one or a declined credit card. Nerium will try to run the card again. So what you want to do is make a list of those and check back in three days or so. On the 26th, I go back in and I look again and I see who in here is maybe still pending or declined. So you want to check that. You also want to click on this one, my BP ADO tracker, because you want to look, and again, this is all zeros. There's nothing in here to look at. It's just a dummy back office, but it gives you an idea, because there's times when I've gone in and there's a brand partner that I know that doesn't want to have a declined order. I mean, they need their order running. They need to be active, because why? So that they get paid. So you want to make sure that you see and that you can call in through the team and say, listen, you've got an auto ship that didn't go through. You probably want their products. Let's get that fixed for you. And I've had a lot of times where I've been able to let a brand partner know that they're going to be inactive for the following month and they're not going to get paid. So you want to go in and you want to do that, guys. You want to take a look. So there's not a lot to see back here, because it's, again, a dummy back office, but very important that you see and that you are letting your brand partners know and your customers know, because this is a place where you can get a lot of extra volume at the end of the month. So for you guys, I want just to remind you that this business is a business of activity. This business is one where we go out every single day and we want to share this with as many people as we can. Some of you guys are running. I've been watching. Some of you are running for the watch. You guys, it's 2 brand partners this month. 2 brand partners for this month will begin to really build your business for next month, because if you can go out and help those 2 new brand partners fast start qualify, next month you're going to have 6 new starts in your business. Guys, getting 3-year free qualified personally, helping your team to get 3-year free qualified. We talked about that this last month. This gets rid of your cost of doing business, because it makes your product free. So step 1, if you're not 3-year free qualified, definitely get that done. Go in and help your team get 3-year free qualified, because people quit this business when they're paying their ADO every single month and they're not 3-year free qualified. So those are important. Run for the watch, guys. Listen, I'm running for the watch. I plan to get it. I have 1 brand partner. I'm going to go out there and get another one. The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. Remember that. If you're out there doing the business, if you're out there doing the do, if you're out there running for the watch, if you've qualified, we want to know about it. We want to make sure that we recognize you. We want to make sure that other people know that you've done it. I can't see everybody from my back office because it's really big, but you guys run for that. It's very, very important. And do those 3 steps. Again, make sure that all your brand partners know in the last week of the month, everybody should be taking advantage of this youth factor. Be a product of the product. You have people that are kind of sleepy out there. Maybe they've taken the month off. They've gotten really busy. But press in, guys. I know there's graduations. I know that people are getting married this time of year. I know it's a busy, busy time, but also leverage that. This is a time when you're going to see a lot of people that you haven't seen. And you want to make sure that you've got your youth factor handy, that everybody around you is seeing it. Don't forget to wear your logo wear, but most importantly, go out there in gratitude and wear your smile. It is the most beautiful curve on anyone's body. Be attractive in all that you do. Light up a room. Get excited, you guys. This is your time. Do not let anything or anyone get in your way. You guys, a no is just a not right now. I've come back and circled back with so many people who said no to Nerium, but guess what? They are saying yes to Youth Factor, and they love it. The number one thing that everybody says about this product is it tastes great. So get out there, get some of this Youth Factor. The powder is so demonstratable. It's so easy to get it in the hands of people. So get into these action steps. Let's close the month strong. Every one of you guys counts to me. Let's go out there and make it a great day. So thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks, Aana.
Bye, guys.
Bye.